Welcome to Backseat Driving for Mirror's Edge. Um, I just played Mirror's Edge for the first time, and I know there was a trailer for Mirror's Edge 2 at E3 like 2 years ago, 1 year, 2013, I think. So that's coming up on 2 years now, and the game's still not out, and we don't really know anything about it apart from that one trailer. So I figured I'd just throw out some thoughts on what I kind of want slash am expecting from the sequel. Um, I actually really like that game, so it being so fantastic, it's actually pretty hard to find things that need changing. Like, it is a pretty old game. Well, not old relative to the year we're in now, which is 7 years old now. So the graphics are definitely dated, but the general aesthetic of the color scheme that they used, it all works really well, and even it 7 years later, I feel like it all still looks pretty great. It's aged better than most like early Xbox 360 games, and if they just did that same aesthetic with updated graphics, I think I'd be really happy. Um, Apart from that, well, I guess other things that I really like were the parkour. Keep the same parkour, nothing needs to change there. The control scheme is kind of funny, but with the reason, because it's not a first person shooter, it's a first person parkour game. And there should be more of those. Like, after playing that, I'm like, it's been 7 years and we haven't had anything else like, I guess there's I remember Brink being kind of parkour. I never played Brink. I think it's on my shelf somewhere. I haven't tried that yet. I should probably go look at that and see how similar it is in controls and general mechanics. And I know there's a what's that zombie game, Dying Light, which also has parkour technique. Which I feel like there should be a lot more games with that because it's just that all of that stuff is fantastic. Um, Being very nitpicky, um, I don't like the guns. The guns were not fun. I actually played through the first time on I was trying to get that achievement, the achievement where you weren't supposed to use any guns. So I didn't actually experience gunplay until my like when I was doing the cleanup for all the what do they call them, backpacks or whatever, um, packages. No, thing was like more like backpacks, messenger bags, and the guns. Yeah, they just weren't very precise. It just always felt like you were just spraying all over the place, which is perfectly okay, I guess, because you're supposed like reading into the fiction. You're supposed to be like a runner, not a soldier. So maybe it makes sense that you weren't the best with guns. But it just I'd actually prefer if in the sequel they just went no guns. You're not allowed to use guns. Your opponents have guns, but you have a pact not to use them. Um, Except for those what are they called? I don't know, like the armored machine gun guys, because they kind of when you weren't using guns, it really sucked to fight them because you'd have to like run up and hit them twice, and if you tried to keep on hitting them, they'd hit you, so you'd have to run away and then run back and hit them twice, and it was just that wasn't as much fun as fighting most of the other guys. Um, I'm trying to think of other things I'd even want to change. There's not very much. Like the story, I thought was actually really good. The world is really interesting. If they expand on the world, definitely want to see more of that. I think there's like an iOS game. I'm actually gonna look into it because I want to know more about that. The I remember the trailer showing something like she had a robotic arm, or I need to go back and look at that trailer. I should do like a breakdown of that trailer. Um, I don't know. Just mostly, I want the same game. I want the same game with new paint, and I just played that game, and I'd be willing to play it again if it looked prettier. In fact, they should definitely have a remaster of that is on the same disc as Mirror's Edge 2. And I don't know what else they need to change in Mirror's Edge 2. Just A new story would be fun that expanded on the universe. I guess maybe some more interesting character, like the motion comics. They should definitely keep the motion comics, those or that aesthetic. Um, because I guess they aren't really motion comics. It's just a um, comic style, but like cartoon cutscenes, or I don't know how you'd want to describe that. Um, hmm. Yeah, I mean, just I really like that game, and I would definitely play more of it. More parkour, definitely more parkour. I'm gonna look into Brink actually right now. So yeah, that's. I'm gonna try to put one of these out every week. I don't know what day I'm gonna choose to put that out on. Probably during the week, like a Wednesday, just to be fun. Right? Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. Bye.